morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning is on gun violence. Studies show an increase in domestic violence and an increase in all firearm injuries and homicides as the pandemic stretches on. Milwaukee County announced back in October that the county had surpassed its record homicides of 174. That record was set in 1993. My first guests are working together to help reduce gun violence. Lieutenant Michael Ball is the Community Relations Director for the Milwaukee Fire Department. Nzinga Khalid is a Prevention Coordinator for the Milwaukee County Behavioral Health Division. And Vaynesia Kendrick is the Community Outreach Specialist for the Office of Violence Prevention. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I thank you all for being here. And as I said, there's been an uptick in violence this year following a steady 4-year decline in non-fatal shootings and homicides from 2016 to 2019. So the goal today is to discuss the efforts that are taking place to reduce gun violence. But in your opinion, what do you all attribute the uptick in violence that we're seeing to?
I'll start. When we look at what's taking place in the city alone, paying attention to the fact that we're in a pandemic and understanding that there's a lack of resources. You know, when we have so many individuals that don't have the finances to take care of their homes, to take care of getting food, or to just take care of their family, in understanding that just not having that ability to interact with their family members or with their friends or their colleagues, you know, that kind of sort of does something to to an individual, to them psychologically, you know, and emotionally. And so that could be one of the reasons for why we see the homicide rate going up, you know, because of the lack of those things that were once accessible, but not as accessible as they used to be.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Did anybody else have anything to add to that?
In addition to the homicides increasing, just from July to August alone, Milwaukee County experienced a 300% increase in deaths by suicide. So as Vaynesia said, you know, the stressors of life and living under pandemic conditions are creating just situations that are not healthy for individuals. And like she said, the lack of resources is just creating an additional layer of problems. So it's exciting when we come together with partners like this to be able to offer some solutions and some help.
Absolutely. It's so very important. And many of us actually, we sat back and we shake our heads because in many instances, we feel like there's nothing else that we can do when we see situations like the mass shooting at Molson Coors, and even the 15-year-old going into Mayfair Mall and injuring 8 people with a handgun. It's all very unsettling, to say the least. So how do we begin to get a grip on situations like these when we feel like it's out of our hands as a community?
I think it's important just for everybody just to get the word out about obviously about gun safety locks and just gun safety in general. And if we're feeling stress in our lives, to reach out and get that help. There's help available, and it's important now more than ever just to find other avenues, and get that help that's so needed.
Absolutely. And Lieutenant Ball, I'm glad you brought up the gun locks because the Milwaukee Fire Department recently announced an effort to hand out free gun safety locks to any city resident who wants one. So if you would talk about the importance of this campaign and the partnership that you formed with these other organizations.
Certainly, yeah, it's a great partnership, and we couldn't be more pleased to be working with the Office of Violence Prevention and Behavioral Health in the county. And basically, the program is just we've been given a number of locks. Every fire apparatus on the fire department and every paramedic rig will be stocking minimum of 5 gun safety locks. And those are available for anybody that lives in the community. They can come up to a firefighter as long as we're not in an emergency situation, whether we just on the street or at the grocery store, or even if you just come to the firehouse and request a lock. We don't take any information from you at all. We're just happy that you're asking for one, and we'll be happy to give one to you.
Yeah, and Nzinga, I see you shaking your head. The Milwaukee County Division of Behavioral Health. Am I correct? Are they help fund this particular giveaway?
Yes, yes. BHD did fund this particular giveaway, and just so excited that in addition to gun locks being available through the Milwaukee Fire Department, the Office of Violence Prevention, and the Milwaukee Health Department's Vaynesia will be able to tell us exactly where they are available at some of the local community health centers as well.
And with that said, we want to talk about the effectiveness of gun locks. Basically, you have said already that firearm suicide make up half of all suicides. And so for youth, the risk is 4 to 10 times higher in homes with guns. So when you think about that aspect, any parent would definitely want to have some safety precautions in place in order to possibly save the life of their child who may be going through some things.
Absolutely. As a rule of thumb, you want to keep your, if you have a gun in the home, you want to keep your firearms locked and secured at all times. Keep firearms unloaded, keep ammunition stored in a separate place. You just want to do everything that you can to decrease the risk of the gun getting in the hands of a youth or another adult, and something catastrophic happens, like we lose someone. So the gun locks are an integral part in helping us save lives across Milwaukee County.
Yeah, and Vaynesia, totally not forgetting about you. The Office of Violence Prevention provides strategic direction and oversight for city efforts to reduce the risk of violence, along with the gun lock campaign. So, what are some of the other ways the Office of Violence Prevention has been able to urge people to put their guns down?
Absolutely, absolutely. The Office of Violence Prevention, along with some other community partners, about 3 years ago, came up with the Blueprint for Peace. And the Blueprint for Peace talks about 6 goals in regards to what the community needs, and just understanding that this is a community-driven document. So it's nothing where, the Office of Violence Prevention just said, hey, we're going to write down a lot of things. No, this is a voice. This is the community's voice. And understanding that supporting our families and making sure that our neighborhoods have what they need, and driving economic support, these are just a few of the goals within the blueprint. And so what we want to do is making sure that in every area of violence prevention, be it suicide prevention, be it gun violence, ways that we can prevent gun violence, be it ways that we can talk more about domestic violence and sexual assault. Our goal is to be foot soldiers in the community, to have those conversations, but to also make sure that we're providing resources in regards to what we're speaking about.
Absolutely. So, Lieutenant Ball, I did want you to reiterate how those watching can help spread the word on where they can pick up one of those free gun locks, because I think I read somewhere that you guys are actually working to possibly even have those available at COVID-19 testing sites, right?
Yes, they will be at the testing sites. There are 3 testing sites, if I'm not mistaken, in the city. Okay, and in addition to all 30 firehouses throughout the city. And again, whether you come to the firehouse or whether you see us on the street, please stop. And if you need a lock, please stop and ask. We are happy to give you one.
All right, thank you for that. And there are some very interesting statistics when we talk about all of the things that you've brought up today. The U.S. General Accounting Office estimates that 31% of accidental deaths caused by firearms might be prevented with the addition of 2 things. They say a child-proof safety lock and a loading indicator. And then approximately 1 in 3 handguns kept loaded and unlocked and most children know where their parents keep their guns. So that in itself is enough said, because parents sometimes say, oh, they don't even know where we keep the gun, or they would never touch the gun or play with it. But we've seen far too many situations right here in the city of Milwaukee where a child has accidentally shot themselves or someone around them.
It's interesting for us to recognize that our children pay attention to us. They pay attention to what we do. They pay attention to where we store things. And so we have to really govern ourselves in regards to practicing safety measures in regards to firearms, placing them in a location where, a child would not even think about, looking for that firearm, and also making sure that you have a gun lock, you have a safety measure for that, for that firearm. And just to add in regards to what Lieutenant Ball mentioned, our health centers, our Northwest Health Center, Southside Health Center, and Keenan Health Centers all have gun locks on hand. So if someone just says, hey, I need a gun lock, they can go directly to our health centers. And also what they're doing, because our health centers do serve as COVID testing sites, they are going, the individuals are going to those that are being tested, asking them, do you need a gun lock? And so they are providing those directly. Just found out today that we are all out of gun locks at one particular health center. So that is amazing. So I'm so grateful for OVP being a part of this partnership.
Yeah, and that means the word is getting around. So this is awesome what you all are doing. What I want to do before we run out of time is give you all an opportunity to give out the website for your particular organization so that people can find out more information about what you do and what you offer on a daily basis. Starting with you, Nzinga.
First things, I want to make sure that everyone is aware that if you are ever experiencing any type of crisis, we have a line available 24/7, and you can reach BHD at 414-257-7222. If you are looking for other community resources, you can go to our community page at www.lightunitered.org.
Our contact information, if you have any questions about the alarm, about the locks, or smoke alarms, or anything else or fire related, please contact me at 414-397-8494. Again, 414-397-8494.
And I will just quickly add that normally the fire department installs those smoke detectors, but because of COVID, that program has been put on pause. But if someone is in dire need, because it's so very important to have one in your home, they can call you at that number. Thank you for that. And then wrapping up with Vaynesia.
So our information is accessible through the City of Milwaukee's website under the Milwaukee Health Department. So all of the information is available there. And also you can reach us through our Facebook page, which is the City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention.
Well, thank you all so much for being here today and giving us this very important information on this very important subject. I appreciate all of you and your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Lieutenant Michael Ball is the Community Relations Director for the Milwaukee Fire Department. Nzinga Khalid is a Prevention Coordinator for the Milwaukee County Behavioral Health Division. And Vaynesia Kendrick is the Community Outreach Specialist for the Office of Violence Prevention. When we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we'll be joined by a community activist who works diligently to promote peace in the city. We'll talk to Tracy Dent, Executive Director of the Peace for Change Alliance, about his latest efforts right after this.